Hi everyone, my name is Chak Li, or you may call me Richard, who is going to present our work on integrated multimodal data through interpretable heterogeneous ensemble. Multimodal data is getting more and more popular right now, which can capture the complementary aspect of biomedical entities. For example, like a protein, there's lots of interaction can be captured in the strain database. Another example will be the electronic health record containing different aspects of a patient. For example, the laboratory test results from the patient blood sample or the vital sign during the patient encounter can help the clinical decision on it. However, this is still challenging on the multimodal data to perform the data integration and predictive modeling together. And on top of this, it's even more difficult to do the model interpretation with this complicated multimodal data. And so we propose a late integration approach named as Ensemble Integration, or we call it EI, on the multimodal data. First, the multimodal data can be divided into different data sets. And for example, like the modality one for a protein here can be the co-expression, and for the other example in the EHR data, the modality can be the lab test or vital sign here. And with this different modality, we can build different local models and capture the complementarity among the modalities. And with this list of local models, we can use the heterogeneous ensemble to aggregate those together as the EI models, and then we can assess the prediction performance. And last, we can use the best performing ensemble to perform the interpretation. And since the EI were built by 2 layers of prediction, and it's the same for the interpretation part, first we will get the local model ranks, and then later get the local feature ranks. By combining these two together into rank product score, we can sort this into the final feature rank. And this will give us which feature is most important to our target problem. And we test EI on 2 representative biomedical problems. First, on the bioinformatics, we test the EI on protein function prediction. And secondly, we test the EI on clinical informatics, which is on predicting COVID-19 mortality. And this experiment were evaluated in Leicester cross-validation, and the prediction performance were measured by FMAS. In the PFP experiments, we compare EI to other prediction approaches such as mashup and DeepMF as the early integration approach for biomedical networks, where the results shown here were based on the best predictor trained based on their embeddings, and the others were the model built on the individual modalities of strain. We here find that EI is performing better than mashup and other methods, which potentially because EI is built fully optimized for prediction, where the early integration approach first focus on building the embedding first. We also compare EI to other models for the prediction of COVID-19 mortality. First, we find out that EI is performing better than the other individual modalities. And here I would like to highlight the lab test is performing the best. and I will talk about it later. And we found that some of the EI model is able to perform better than XGBoost trained on the concatenated EHR data proposed by another COVID-19 study. And we also applied the model interpretation on the COVID-19 mortality prediction. And here were the predictive features of COVID-19 mortality. And the interesting thing here is that it's consistent to the previous slide that laboratory test is the major modality. And it's also consistent to the features found by the XGBoost method. And the last thing is some of the features found here were consistent to the clinical study on COVID-19 too, as well as we know that age, minimal oxygen saturation, and the respiratory rate were the very important features to determine the COVID-19 mortality risk. All in all, we developed EI for multimodal data which can integrate the complementarity from different modalities, and we also enable the model interpretation on them. In the future, EI can be expanded on the other multimodal data such as the unstructured one and like images and text. And I would like to thank the following people contributed to this work.